Good morning, Salon Spas. Welcome, time to get up. It's time for Thursday morning. Get ready to make big boom boom before you come into the day. I've got some messages for you. Michelle, you're already here. You're the first one to show up in my classroom, Michelle. Michelle Golden, you got the golden touch. He says, hi, MC. Hi, Michelle. Here, I'm going to wake some of my buddies up. Here. Oh, yeah. I know, call me attention deficit hyper disorder, but I just got some new sound effects. I'm trying to, ease some things into the show. Welcome to Michael Cole Facebook Live. It's all about loading you up with knowledge and wisdom and insight and motivation and inspiration and exhilaration and energy so that you can make big boom boom. Have this year be a greater year than it would be otherwise. Let's see who's coming. Kay Parker, you were with me last night. Tom Connolly, Tommy, you and I hung out forever when Jim Marshall owned the joint. Before that, that's another conversation. And we got Jeannie Wagner's in the house. And Kay Parker, lots of laughs, just laughing out loud. Good morning, Miss Kay. Kyle, Salon Centric. Holy, you guys, it's like 5 after 7 in the West Coast, and you're up with me, man? Okay. Kyle, early bird gets the worm, Skippy. Jeannie, Grand Island, Nebraska, is in the house. Good morning to you, Tommy. Holly, Septon, Maddie, what do you got on your mind? Said I can't join in class. Oh, that's okay. You can catch the rerun. We're going to keep it on. Gentleman Goots, I'm going to come see you tomorrow. You're going to be massaging my feet. Jen is my pedicurist. I'll tell you what, it's just like nirvana. Kyle, he says, Mr. Cole's in the house. I know. Good to see you, Kyle. Stephanie Nixon, hello. I'm a new stylist, very excited to learn. I'm going to load you up with some things this morning that's going to make you some big money, girl. Brenda Jones joined in. Rob Kane, good to see you. Morning to you, my friend. Sierra Dijon, you are so brilliant. So are you, girl. Oh, wait a minute now. Here it is. I'm crazy. I got my new toy. This is my sound effects. I kind of pop them in. And so who else is here joining me? Lisa's here. Miss T. Cole, good morning, cousin. Oh, she's my cuz. Good to have you. I'm going to show you how to make my long cousin make some money. Aaron's in the house. Connie O'Neill, Kate, you're awesome. Love you too, Connie. Sahara's back. Stephanie Nixon. Sharon Kunkel, say hi to the Randman. Sharon and the Randman, yeah. Katie Bargo, Kristen Wade, everyone's here. You guys ready to go to work? I think I got about 100 people in the classroom, and I got something on my mind. I want to teach you 2 things today. I want to pick up where we left off last night. If you didn't see the show last night and the show before that on Thursday, you're going to want to watch those. I kept them on my over-the-top Facebook page so that you could continue to watch them. Larry Bragg, sounds like a rave about to happen. It is. And Denny's in the house. No one's left behind. Now that Denny Santino's here, we can go to work. Anyway, I had a whole bunch of people message me last night, and there was one particular person that sent in their numbers to me, and I wanted to start out with that because it's a real unique case, a little case study. Watch. So we've been the last few conversations. It's been all about, how do I get some benchmarks, when I've got the readiness to raise prices. I'm going to just teach you a little bit more on that so that you really understand it. Okay, so, and who sent this to me? It was Jackie Fuller. Now, Jackie is not a Summit Salon. So I'm going to be, there's a whole bunch of people on the page that haven't been to Summit, aren't on Summit yet. Maybe they won't get to Summit. Those of you that are on Summit, like you're in a Summit Salon, you've been to the Summit, you've been on the level system, you have a Summit coach working for you and with you, this is like pouring nitroglycerin on a bonfire. So I'm going to be talking in general terms, but there's a whole bunch of more specificity that you already have going. You have this thing called your income potential chart, and you ask your summit coach about that. They'll show you the specifics because they've got it down to an exact number. I'm just going to be talking in some general terms. Now, if you've been to Summit, but you haven't had a coach in for a while, get your coach to come in so that they can help you fine-tune this. If you haven't been to the Summit, get on summitsalon.com and get all the information, okay? Now, what you're going to need for this conversation is this is a chart, a general chart benchmarks that I pulled out of the planner. And I've been telling you all along, get your damn planner, because all the numbers I give you when I'm teaching you how to raise your prices, I take some of those metrics off of this chart. Some of you are going, where'd you get those numbers? Where'd you get those numbers? Well, I got them from the chart. So if you haven't picked up your planner yet, you need to get on summitsalon.com to get the planner, because it's going to make it a lot easier. You're going to have to think less with me. Now, who else is on? Chaz, Mary Sue, good to see you. Hey, Elizabeth Struss. Yes, Elizabeth. Elizabeth sent me a picture this morning. Last night when we were doing the show, she was driving home from her day with she was at the Nashville Tea Spa, and she was driving home because they had a Summit Salon world-class training, Nashville Tea Spa. They live in Illinois, and so she sent me a picture. These are all the people in her car watching Facebook Live while they're driving. Elizabeth, I hope if you were the driver, you weren't watching it, but I wanted to brag on you a little bit this morning. It was Elizabeth, Megan, Kelsey, Joe, and Kayla. They were driving back, and I think it's wonderful. Everybody's watching me on their mobile devices as I'm trying to teach you how to make money. Kristen Wade, Jenny's in the house, Terry B., Sabrina Hanley, good to have you. See you again. I hope everything's going well. I saw you on my FB page this morning. You're walking through the sacred walk, girl, and you know you're in our prayers. Larry Bragg, no, I mean, can I use these equations and goals work for me? I'm the owner. Yes, you can. It doesn't matter. You can use, it doesn't matter what your compensation philosophy is. You can use all this stuff, Larry. So here we go. Let's go to work. Okay, so here's what I have. This is a unique one, very unique, and I'm going to show you why. This is my buddy. I'm going to drop her name because Jackie gave me permission. I don't have to protect her anonymity, right? Now, this is really interesting. Take a peek. Her average ticket is $167. I want to make sure you got that out. $167. That's a triple-digit average ticket, which is off the chart. But what blows my freaking mind is when you look at her haircut price. Her haircut price is $55. So if you do the math, if you take $167 for the average ticket and divide it by 55, her average ticket is well over 3 times higher than her haircut price. And that's going to mean that she's not going to have to work on nearly as many clients to hit the dollar goal in order to raise her price. Now, here's what else she told me. She says she charges $75 for a single process color, and her average add-on price, I don't know what the add-on is, I got to ask her about that, is $35. Now, if you're watching the program and you charge less or more than for $55 for a haircut, or you charge less or more than $75 for a color, or you charge less or more than $35 for an add-on, that's not what this conversation is about. This conversation, doesn't matter what you charge, I'm going to give you some arithmetic principles to show you where you would need to be and how much money you take in before you raise your damn price. So here it is. I'm going to go through it one more time, right? You're going to take the haircut price times 90. So in Jackie's world, it would be 90 times $55, and I round it off. I've already done the arithmetic. I rounded it off because I don't like odd numbers. It's about $5,000 a month for that number. When I look at hair color, it's 25 single process colors times $75. You can see that when I do the arithmetic on that, that's approximately $1,900. It's actually $1,875, but I hate odd numbers. And then we've got 30 add-ons, right, at $35 comes to about, I rounded it off as 1,000 because it actually comes to 1,050. I love all you guys too. You're giving me thumbs up and you're giving me wows. Now, when you add all this up, you have approximately $7,900 in service. So if you take the $7,900 in service and you multiply that times 15%, it'll give you a retail number as well. So if I'm coaching Jackie, I'm saying, hey, Jackie, it is about $7,900 in service is your magic number and about $1,200 in retail. That's a reasonable scientific wild ass goal, guess, right? Swag, scientific wild ass guess goal to shoot for. When your numbers get there, you know you're in or around, it's time for a price hike. Right? Now, I'm going to show you how many guests you would need based on your average ticket in a second, but I want to make sure you get this. Liz Coven, good morning to you. Oh, Larry, you got it. So you're learning, Larry, because you're hanging out with me. And Terry B, true dat, miss me some, Michael, I miss you too. Lindsay is in the house. Randy Kunkel, love the average ticket message. Me and the Rand Man, we talk about this before I even get on the program. So thank you, Randy K, for helping me this morning. Hey, Michael, we are excited to have Luke with us at City Slickers in Wallow. Luke, Huffsetter's with you today? Oh, my God. Amy Ducharme, the $2 million sales consultant from Salon Centric. She's in the house. She the bomb. She the big bomb. All right, I want to get back to business here because I see I made a little error up here. So what I want to do now is show you how many clients you're going to need, and I want to change my number to 7,900 because that's the goal. I was a little bit early this morning when I was popping my numbers up, so I had to change them. I just found out when I was looking back there. So here's all you need to do. You need to take your dollar amount, which is $7,900 on your total service. I'm pulling out my hairdresser-friendly calculator. $7,900, right? And you're going to need to take it and divide it by the average ticket. And again, the average ticket is $167. So when I do the arithmetic, see, she's going to need approximately 48 clients at $167 before she's hitting her $7,900 goal. She knows exactly what she needs. Now, does that mean that she needs to get 4,800? Could she hit her $7,900 goal if she did less than 48 clients? Of course. If she does, she could do it with 40 clients. Or 45 or even 35, but she would need to have a higher average ticket. So the higher her average ticket goes, and it's pretty damn high now. It's already at 167. If she took that to 175 or 180, she probably wouldn't need 48 clients. It would probably drop down to about 42, 43 if I did the math. So I'm giving you some general numbers so that after the program, you can, with your chart, right? You need your chart to see the metrics on how I did that. You'll also are going to need to use your trusty tracking app. If you haven't downloaded this yet, you're going to want to use this because this is where I get my numbers to see how I'm doing for the month and for the week. Now, some of you hate looking at numbers for the month, and you want your numbers for the week. All you need to do is take your numbers and divide it by 4, and all of a sudden you turned a monthly number into a weekly number. So I'm trying to make this as simple as I can. Why? Because the essence of genius is simplicity. One of the last things that Stephen Jobs, who's one of my heroes, said before he passed away is, my mantra is simplicity and focus. Focus on simplicity. You have to work really hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. But once you get there, it's worth it because you can move mountains. That's what we're trying to do on Michael Cole Facebook Live, is take all this complicated stuff and take it down to its simplest form so that you can apply it and make big boom boom. And what I mean by big boom boom is another $10,000, $15,000 a year in annual pay. Who's in the house? Megan's in the house, Jesse Charles, Michelle, Cher Harris. Is that 48 clients a week or a month? It's a month. It's a month, Michelle, but if you wanted to, for the week, divide it by 4. All these monthly numbers, if you divide it by 4, it'll give you a scientific wild-ass guess is what you need for the week. Does that make sense, Michelle? Daphne Arlington, you're in the house. You're one of my buddies. I was just down about a year ago working with your people on retreat. Carolyn's in the house. Cher Harris, love Luke. He's awesome. I know you. Tell him I said hi. Can you post that poster on your page? Of course. Yeah, I'll take a picture of it, a screen grab, and I'll put it on there for you. Denny. All right. So what else do I want to be what else do I want to be talking about? So I covered the chart. Make sure you have the chart. You need the planner to get the chart. Make sure you're using your tracking app. As you start, you're in a much, much better position to begin planning who's coming in today to see you so that you know what it is you need to present to them to either increase your ticket, or if you need clients, who is it that you're going to start doing a surgical strike in for referrals? And then to help you out, you're going to even start enlisting your best social media practices. We even have one of those, and what you would need to say. I've got a script in here as to what you would need to say to a client that's in your chair to take their picture, that $167, $170 ticket, to take their picture, to post it on your Instagram or your Facebook page so you start getting referrals. Are you starting to see how all this stuff ties in? It's a brand new methodology. It's going to empower you to collapse time. Where it used to take 2-3 years to get to about $40,000-$50,000 a year behind the chair in annual take-home pay, you can do that now in a year. You can get to $60,000 in your second year. You can get to $75,000 in your third year. Up until this year and last year, that would take 2 to 3 times as long. It's like, what's special about this today? We have social media, and we got social media information. SummitSalonLearning.com, we've got the planner. So you can begin to plan your work your plan. You've got your benchmarks. We've got the tracker. You have so much damn resource to make this work for you. It's not even funny. Cher Harris says, love the surgical strike. It works awesome. I know what you're doing, Cher. You're taking those high ticket clients and you're starting to have them friend your page, because you know that for every high ticket client you have, either friend your friend page or like your business page, they have 250 other friends that are not your referrals yet, and that's how you're doing the surgical strike. What does it say here? Miss L said 7,000. Oh my God, it took you only 3 years. I got somebody on my feed right now. Lucretia, she's Hair Guru Mitchell. She got to $70,000 in an annual gross W-2 plus gratuities in her 3rd year. So anyway, what else do I want to say? Oh, I had a question last night that I want to make sure that I answer, because some of you are struggling. I need to pull this up on my laptop. Some of you are struggling with retail. So Kayla said to me, I'm currently in my 3rd month of qualifying. That tells me she works in a Summit Salon. She's on the level system, but she says, I'm struggling to meet my retail goal. I would love to hear you give some advice on Facebook Live about how I can hit my retail goal. Well, so a couple of things. I'm going to give you a couple of pointers, but before I do, I actually pulled some retail verbiage script out of my planner. So there's some scripts that I put in there. So when you look into your planner, find those scripts and then find your own voice in there, so that when you say it, you don't feel creepy. You can feel authentic and genuine. So in a nutshell, here's how I tutor and coach stylists to sell retail. First thing I tell them to do is, on their planner, make damn sure that you list all of the tickets coming in today that are higher than your average ticket. In other words, if your average ticket is, I'm going to make up a number, $70, and you have a $130 ticket coming in, a ticket that's almost twice as high as your average, you know damn well what that's about, right? That's somebody that's having a haircut. They're getting probably single process color, probably getting a renew with a glazing, maybe some balayage. I mean, who knows what's going on there? Those are the ideal candidates to talk about referrals. You would want to plan on that third column right next to their ticket, that when you, in the very first formal conversation you're going to enlist them in is retail. And the way you set this up is in the consultation. So if it's a first-time referral guest or a new guest, it would be something like, it's important to me that when we're done today, you leave, you're down with me for like 2 hours or 2.5 hours, or you're here at 9, you're going to be hanging out with me until around 11. When you leave today, I want to make sure that you have an awesome look. A look you're gonna feel good about, and when you get out there, lots of compliments. But I also want to make sure that throughout your visit here, when you leave, you can recreate this look in the morning, like tomorrow, 2 days, 3 days from now. In other words, I don't want there to be any gap between how your hair is going to look at 11 o'clock this morning and how your hair is going to look 1 day, 2 days, 3 days from now. How's that sound, Miss Guest? Oh, yeah, I love it. I'll sit in your chair till hell freezes over to listen to you teach me how. Well, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be asking you some questions, and they're pretty simple questions that's going to help us both find the look that you're going to love. And I'm also going to be, your answers to the questions are going to also help me get clear about what I need to teach you when you're in the chair, so that when you leave tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, you can recreate the creation. How's that sound, Miss Klein? Of course, your client goes, yeah, of course I want that. Don't look now, but you set the stage to talk about retail. When your client is in the chair and they're 20 minutes into their color and they got another 15 minutes to go, when you're checking the color, you can go, everything looks good. Hey, do you want to, we got about 15 minutes before we take down your color. You want to make good use of the time, and I can start talking to you and teaching you about what you need to be mindful of to recreate that. You see, you've hooked it back into your opening statement. Before you know it, you're teaching them. You don't feel like a dork. You feel good about what you're demonstrating, and don't look now, but boom, all of a sudden your retail goes up. Now, there's a whole bunch more I want to say about that, but I want to always be careful with Facebook that I don't give you too much content to overwhelm you. This is geared so that you feel inspired and motivated, and you have a little bit of, I call them touch points in the consultation. So what do we got here? Peter Mahoney! He's joined in! Oh my God, Peter Mahoney's in the house. We got Randy Kunkel in the house. We got Amy Duchamp, the $2 million consultant. She's in the house. We got a lot of guests in here today. John Terrence Lysell, he's a sales consultant. He sells a lot of PPD as well. So, I mean, I got 5-star generals in the house this morning. So, at any rate, you've been a great audience. Peter, I was teaching them what they need to do to get general about when they know that they're ready for a price hike. I was talking to a lot of Summit Salon service providers today. I want them to really take up their conversations with their coaches when they come in. If you don't have a Summit coach, or you had one but you're not using, you need to renew that relationship so that you can, when they come in, you can add to the conversations I'm having with you now, and it's almost like pouring nitroglycerin on a bonfire. If you're an owner and you're watching this and you haven't been to Summit yet, this would be a great time to get on SummitSalon.com and really find out about Summit. Maybe have somebody come in to do what's called a scorecard for you. So all of this will get you closer to us, because the people that have home court advantage are people that are on the plan. So who else we got? Scotty Woods in the house, Jeannie Wagner, Lucretia's back. I know you need a coach. Lucretia, are you gonna get on SummitSalon.com, or ask your ask your salon-centric sales consultant, or if you're doing business with state or RDA, to bring someone in to do a scorecard for you so that you can get closer to somebody to help you to coach. I cannot find the over-the-top Facebook page. So I'm going to be posting this on my Facebook page. Right now it's on my friend page, share, so bear with me. So what else do I want to tell you? Oh, summitsalon.com to make sure that you have your planner. Make sure that you're using your tracking app. We're getting closer to getting it on a droid. I know my friends with droids are freaking out. When are you going to get the droid? When are you going to get the droid? I'm telling you, I want to debug the damn thing so that you don't give me blowback once you have it. So it's coming. Sooner or later, you're going to have it. Later will come sooner than you think. So anyway, it was good talking to you. I might surprise you and do one of these tomorrow. And then, of course, we got Thursday Night Live. Right? And don't miss that because I'm going to be continuing to bring more knowledge to the table. So before saying goodbye, I'm going to say goodbye to Jody Ames. Hey, Michael, my other Redkin Summit friends. Jody says hi. Lucretia is there. Cher Harris, Jeannie Wagner, Scotty Wood, Johnny T, Peter Mahoney, Cher Harris. It was great hanging out with you. And I'm going to surprise you. I think I'm going to talk to you tomorrow because I'm going to have some stuff. So keep posting. Keep giving me your comments so I know what you want to learn. And I want this program to go viral. So those of you that are my friends out there, I know I want you to start blowing in the ears of some of your other hairdresser buddies and say, look, there's something really cool on Facebook Live. I'm probably one of the first educators that are using this, and we got big plans for this. So spread the word, right? Pay it forward. If you love it and you're real grateful, rather than just saying thank you to me, which is wonderful, tell somebody about it so that we can build our audience base. I want to be doing this on a daily basis. So here we go. You will want to plan with the book and the track and the app. Damn right, Cher? Thanks, Christy. Monica, need your energy. I need your too, girl. So see you tomorrow.